Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to talk to you about a project that I did late last year. This project was derived from my final assessment for my master's in Gestalt Psychotherapy, and it was a passion project. I was very excited about this project because it encouraged me to do something that I'm really deeply passionate about. So, one of my passions is to work with clients that are experiencing issues with eating and issues with their body image and issues with their self esteem. So, I decided to develop a tool that will help facilitate positive body image and self esteem to the client. So, what this project involved was me producing a pack of 28 cards, affirmation cards. I often use cards within my work, and I find that they can be really helpful as an art therapist and a psychotherapist. I often find that just focusing on imagery can be really helpful in provoking emotions with clients, and um, yeah, I'm just a huge fan of using cards of any sort in my practice. So that's another thing that I'm quite passionate about. So these cards came about by me producing 28 cards that all were individually painted by myself. And as you can see, each card has a word on it on the front. So as you can see, the images are quite vivid and lots of bright colours, which I really enjoy doing. So, and on the back of each card is an affirmation, and there's also a reflection. And the reflection, I find, is a really important aspect and quite different to what ordinary cards are, because what the reflection does is encourage the reader to do something physical, as opposed to just reading the affirmation. I find quite often with affirmation cards, you can read the affirmation and go, yeah, that sounds great, but then not do anything about it. So I just wanted to take it one step further in encouraging the reader to take it a bit further and do something that's going to really make you think about the words. So I'll give you an example. I'll just randomly pick a card. Let me see. How about balance? So this is my balance card. And I'll read it to you. It says, I seek balance in order to achieve happiness and harmony. I eat, drink, sleep, and exercise in a balanced way. I maintain a healthy life balance for a greater sense of well-being. So that's the top affirmation up the top. And then it also goes on to talk a bit more about what balance means. And then at the end, the reflection. Where in your life could you gain a better balance? Is there anything that feels a bit out of whack or an area that you are neglecting? List some steps to take in order to achieve greater balance in this area. For example, are there any changes you would like to make around how you spend your time? Take some precious time reflecting on ways you can gain greater balance in your life. So that's one example of the cards that of my heart cards. The great thing about these cards is that when I did the project, doing the paintings and writing the information on the back wasn't enough to get them produced. So I decided to do a crowdfunding campaign. And this campaign was pretty amazing. It was phenomenally successful. I raised the adequate funds within 2 weeks out of 4 weeks, and I actually went over my intended budget. So the response that I received from these cards were amazing, and what it showed me was that this is an issue that I believe pretty much all of us confront at some point in our life. And I'm sure as you're listening to this, I would like to ask you the question, has there been a time in your life, or is there a time in your life right now where you struggle with how you look or how you feel about yourself and your body? And I can guarantee that you have said yes to at least one of those aspects. So that to me just says how important this issue is, and it's something that I'm really, really passionate about in my work in helping my clients realize the importance of learning just to love yourself for who you are and love the body that you've been given. It's a vehicle. It's a vehicle that gets us through life, and there doesn't need to be so much focus on how it looks. Obviously, being healthy is very important, because then that will give us energy and motivation to do the things that we want to do. However, some parts of our bodies, we were just given, and that we can't change those aspects. So learning to love ourselves for who we are, and learning to love our bodies for what it does, and being grateful, to me, can be one of the greatest gifts. So if at all this has inspired you, or if you're interested in learning more about heart cards, please feel free to contact me. My email address is becky@creatingpathways.com.au, or you could leave a message under this video, and I would definitely be in touch with you if purchasing these cards are of interest to you. So with that, I'm going to come to a close, and thank you for listening.